When we talk about government, we have to start with the people it governs, the citizens. A citizen is a legal, recognized member of a country. Here in the United States, most people are citizens because they were born here, which is guaranteed by the 14th Amendment. But you can also become a citizen through a special legal process called naturalization. Being a citizen isn't just a title. It unlocks a powerful set of protections and, importantly, comes with certain expectations for how you participate. To understand what being a U.S. citizen means, we start at the very beginning of our government's rulebook, the Constitution. The opening statement, the preamble, sets the tone. It doesn't start with the President or Congress. It starts with the most important three words: we the people. This reminds us that citizens are the source of all the government's power. It then lists the government's promises, like establishing justice, ensuring peace at home, providing for the common defense, and most importantly, securing the blessings of liberty, our freedoms, for us and for future generations. Now, let's talk about the specific freedoms that every citizen is guaranteed. These are known as our rights. Think of a right as a shield that protects you from the government getting too powerful. The most famous set of rights is listed in the first 10 amendments to the Constitution, called the Bill of Rights. The Founding Fathers added these to make absolutely sure that the government could never take away essential freedoms like speaking your mind or believing what you want. One of the most powerful rights we have is the freedom of expression, which includes freedom of speech and freedom of the press. It means you can share your opinions, even if they are unpopular, without fear of being arrested. For example, if you disagree with a city park rule, you are free to post about it online or talk about it with friends. The press, like newspapers and news sites, is also free to report on the government without interference. This right ensures that the government is always open to public discussion and criticism. Another core protection under the First Amendment is the freedom of religion. This is a huge freedom. It means the government can't tell you what to believe, how to worship, or where to pray. Our country has no official religion, unlike some others. If you want to go to a mosque, a church, a synagogue, or even if you choose not to believe in any religion at all, that decision is 100% yours. This right makes our country a welcoming place for all people. The First Amendment also guarantees the right to assembly and petition. The right to assembly means you and a group of people can meet peacefully to discuss your ideas, whether it's a protest, a political rally, or just a club meeting. The right to petition is like writing a polite, formal request to a government official, asking them to fix a problem or change a law. These two rights ensure that your voice is amplified when you join with others who feel the same way. Moving on from the First Amendment, the rights that protect you in the legal system are just as important. These are bundled under the term due process. Imagine you're playing a game and the rules suddenly change, or the referee doesn't use fair procedures. That wouldn't be right. Due process is the government's promise to follow fair rules and procedures when enforcing laws. This ensures everyone is treated fairly, from having the right to a lawyer to being protected from saying things that could be used against you. If a person is accused of a crime, the Sixth Amendment gives them the right to a speedy and public trial. The trial must be speedy, so a person isn't locked up waiting for years to be proven innocent. It must be public, so the community and the press can watch and make sure justice is being done fairly, not secretly behind closed doors. You also have the right to face the person who is accusing you, so you can hear the charges and defend yourself. Now let's switch from what the government must protect to what citizens must do. Responsibilities. Think of a right as something you receive, and a responsibility as something you give back. Our system of government only works if citizens are active and responsible. The freedoms and protections we enjoy are like a garden. They won't last unless we all take care of them. Fulfilling your responsibilities helps protect the rights of everyone in society. It's helpful to break down responsibilities into two groups: duties and responsibilities. A civic duty is something you must do because it's required by law. If you skip a duty, there can be legal consequences, like a fine. A civic responsibility is something you should do to be a good citizen, but it's completely voluntary. There's no legal punishment if you don't vote, but the whole country suffers if too many people don't participate. The most fundamental civic duty is obeying the law. This one applies to everyone, citizens and non-citizens alike. If people simply stopped obeying traffic laws, property laws, and public safety laws, society would fall apart into chaos. Following the law is the basic foundation for a peaceful and safe community. It's the essential agreement we all make when we live in an organized society. Another key duty is paying taxes. No one loves paying taxes, but think about what they do. They are the price we pay for civilization. Taxes fund everything from the police officers who keep you safe, to the roads you drive on, to the public schools you attend. When people pay their taxes honestly, they are fulfilling their part of the contract to promote the general welfare of the community. Just like the preamble promised, serving on a jury when called is one of the most serious duties of a citizen. The Constitution guarantees everyone the right to a trial by a jury of their peers, meaning people just like them. If you skip out on jury duty, then the jury won't truly represent the community, and the fairness of the trial is at risk. By serving, you are directly participating in the system of justice and guaranteeing a fellow citizen's right to a fair process. The most crucial civic responsibility you have is voting. While it's not required by law, it is the fundamental act of a responsible citizen in a democracy. Voting is the only way you get to choose the people who make your laws, decide how your taxes are spent, and represent your state. If you don't vote, you are giving up your voice and allowing others to make all the big decisions for you. To vote wisely, you have a responsibility to stay informed. This means you can't just rely on headlines or what your friend tells you. A responsible citizen takes the time to research candidates, understand the issues, and evaluate whether the information they are getting is accurate. In a world with so much information, this responsibility requires critical thinking and media literacy to make sure your decisions are based on facts. Part of being a responsible citizen means respecting the rights of others. For example, your freedom of speech doesn't give you the right to shout down or silence someone else's freedom of speech. If you hear someone expressing an opinion you strongly disagree with, your responsibility is to let them speak and respond thoughtfully, rather than disrespecting their right to express themselves. This civility is the glue that holds a diverse society together. We all have a responsibility to contribute to the common good. The common good is simply what is best for the entire community, not just for one person. This can be as simple as recycling, volunteering at a community center, or even helping a neighbor. When you put a little bit of time and effort into making the community better for everyone, you are actively upholding the ideals of citizenship. Finally, there is the duty to defend the nation. Today, only male citizens aged 18 to 25 are required to register for the Selective Service. This is simply mandatory registration, which is a duty. It does not mean they are automatically joining the military. The purpose is to create a list of potential service members in case of a national emergency declared by Congress, ensuring the government can quickly mobilize to defend the country if necessary. It all comes down to the balance. Rights and responsibilities are two sides of the same coin. Your rights give you the freedom to live the life you choose, but your responsibilities are the actions you take to ensure that those same freedoms and protections are available to every citizen today and tomorrow. You can't have one without the other. It's a continuous give and take relationship that powers our republic. The biggest takeaway is that active citizenship starts now. You might not be old enough to vote or serve on a jury, but you are absolutely a citizen of your school and your community. You have the right to a quality education and a safe environment. Your responsibility is to respect your teachers and peers, follow school rules, and help keep your school a welcoming place. Start practicing good citizenship today, and you'll be ready to shape the country tomorrow.